Let's go to a man that, I don't know if I could say I love him. I don't want you to be uncomfortable, Congressman, but you are certainly my hero. I have a picture of you in my office.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. Hey, listen, Vilsack says that the food stamp program is a tremendous stimulus for this country. Have we finally turned the corner, do you think?
Oh, no, listen, Obama and this guy illustrate perfectly what's wrong with this administration. If they're in their warped parallel world, they think that unemployment checks and food stamps create jobs and are an illustration of success. That's why, of course, he's got America's economy in such trouble, Matt. It's just common sense. We know as Texans that the best social program in the world is a job in the private sector, and where you support yourself and your family and your kids, and the government leaves you alone and just stays the heck out of your life. This is just classic liberal, fuzzy-headed thinking on display, and I'm really glad you guys have zeroed in on it.
Well, you're very welcome. That's what we do here. Congressman, I want to play something for you that the Agriculture Secretary said, and then in just a second we'll come back and I'll get your thoughts on it. Take a listen to this.
The reason why these numbers have gone up is that we've done a pretty good job of working with states that had done a poor job in the past in getting the word out about this program. States like California and Texas and Florida underperformed. We're now working with them to make sure that people who are eligible get the benefits and therefore help stimulate their local economy.
And Congressman, when we come back, I want to get your thoughts on the fact that apparently the great state of Texas is underperforming when it comes to getting people on food stamps. We'll get your thoughts on that and the president taking a vacation to Martha's Vineyard while all this is going on.
Back to the information and conversation with Matt. This is your Houston Morning News.
Why? KTRH News Time is 7:22. And joining me again is Houston Congressman John Culberson. Congressman, pay no attention to my producers here, please.
Hey, you're scaring me here.
Wow.
Hi, but there's nothing I like better than a good conservative, and Congressman, that's why we love having you on the program.
It's fun. Listen, if you don't have a sense of humor these days, especially, you go nuts. You know, and in my job, especially, you go nuts.
I can imagine. Well, you got to have a sense of humor when you hear the Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack say stuff like,
"It's the most direct stimulus you can get into the economy during tough times."
And apparently, there's not enough Texans. There's not enough Texans on food stamps, Congressman.
No. There's definitely not enough Texans in Washington, or not enough Texans running the White House because they know better. This is just, I mean, these people live in a parallel universe on like another planet. They have had, in just the time Obama has been president, Matt, I'm looking at some numbers here, a 35% increase in food stamp recipients. I think that's got a lot more to do with the fact that there's been a 146% increase the number of long-term unemployed, and the increase in the unemployment rate. It's been 25%. This guy has driven unemployment up, the number of people that need government assistance up, not because they're looking to, stimulate their own pocketbook or anything. They're broke, and they don't need, they need a job a whole lot more than they need Obama's hand in their pocket.
No question. Let's talk a little bit about that in the time that we have left, Congressman. The president going on vacation to Martha's Vineyard. I know he needs one. It's been tough. That bus trip was just horrific. But, every president takes vacations this time of year. George Bush did it, and Cindy Sheehan slept in his driveway. And, we've
the pink ladies.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, is it that big of a deal that he's on vacation? You guys are also on vacation. I know you're working in your district, but should we make a big deal out of that, do you think, or no?
Yeah, the fact that he takes a vacation like every 2 minutes is the problem. I would personally like to see the guy take a vacation for the rest of the, term, just like disappear. He's a disaster, but he is taking, no president has ever taken this many vacations, or done, taken this much time off. It would be better for the country if he would frankly adopt Calvin Coolidge's motto of, frankly, like taking a nap every afternoon, just like disappear for the next 2 years. But what a disaster. I mean, the guy is in a parallel universe. It's like that black mortuary bus that he's driving around made in Canada.
The Darth Vader bus there,
the Darth Vader bus. Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Well, Listen, we can't get this guy out of the White House soon enough. I'm looking forward to help Rick Perry win the nomination in the White House. And the trick, though, Matt, is to flush out all these left-wing socialists that Obama's appointed throughout the entire administration, like this nut job woman in charge of the cemetery in Houston. What better example of how screwed up the federal government is that they will not fire person in charge of a cemetery, a veteran cemetery, who won't let the veterans pray over their graves.
Right.
I'm literally going to have to zero out the woman's salary to get rid of her. A typical federal government, just a typical Obama, frankly. But
Congressman, I love it when you're on with us. I truly do. I thank you for your time and look forward to having you back on. And we're going to come up with more great music every time that you come on with us. I promise, Congressman.
Hey, I'll sign that photo for you.
All right, I would appreciate that. John Culberson joining us here this morning.